Aloha, Jen Boyd here. We are still out in Parker, Colorado. Today is Brody's Services. As you can see, I am wearing a hat today. I don't normally wear hats, but this is Brody's hat. And I really liked the way it looked on me. And I added my little signature flower onto this hat, so that I could rock it and still wear my flower, because that's my thing, right? I always have a flower in my hair, so I couldn't have a flower in my hair and wear a hat, so bam, voila, here we go. So, I don't know if you saw the title of this live today, but the title of the live today is, Can You Love Someone and Not Like Them? Now, this is going to be a really controversial topic because I feel like nobody wants to admit this, but I'm going to be transparent today, and I'm going to admit that I, at times, love people and don't like them. And oftentimes, it's my children that I love, but I don't like. And the reason that I want to talk to you about this today is that I have a situation with one of my kids that is less than ideal, and at this moment, I don't like them. I love them, but I don't like them. And you cannot like someone because of their actions, right? Because like for me is connected to, like to me is connected to behavior, okay? Love is not connected to behavior. Like I can love someone unconditionally, but I don't have to like them. I don't have to like what they're doing. I don't have to like the choices that they're making for their life. And when you're making decisions in your life that are not healthy for you, and I'm allowed to not like that. I'm allowed to not like what the decisions that you make for your life make you. Right? Because actions are about becoming something, right? So when you take certain actions, you become something, right? You make certain choices, you become whatever those choices lead you to. And so you can love someone without liking them. And that's where I'm at with one of my children right now, is I love them immensely, but I do not like them right now. They are not the kind of person that I would seek out to surround myself in life with. And I have to say that saddens me. It saddens me that someone that I gave birth to isn't the kind of person that I want to be around. But it's purely because of the choices that they've made in their life. It's purely because of the choices that they're making. Because I know deep down that person, who that person is, and how beautiful they can be, and how kind they can be. But the behaviors right now in this moment, I do not like. I do not like you as a person right now. I cannot stand idly by and let myself be a doormat to somebody that is making detrimental decisions for themselves. That's the other thing that is really, really, I'm feeling very, very upset about is, I'm going to say this, and like I said, the stuff that I'm saying today might be really hard, but are you an enabler? Do you enable bad behavior from someone that you love because you love them? Is this the story that you're telling yourself, that you tolerate certain behaviors from somebody because you love them? Because there's some of this going on. My child is creating an environment that has somebody enabling behavior, and it's not good for anyone. And, you know, it's because, oh, I love them and I just want to make them happy. So I'll let them walk all over me. I'll let them mistreat themselves with drugs and alcohol and poor life choices. You know why? Because I love them. I love them. You got it all wrong. That's not how you show someone you love them. Sometimes you show someone you love them by not standing idly by and saying, no, I'm not going to accept this behavior from you. I refuse to accept this behavior from you. I know it's not in your best interest. And no, I'm not going to fill in the blank. Because if you love them, you're not going to provide a means for them to destroy themselves. You're not. It literally, I tell you this because I think at some point I was an enabler, but I'm not anymore. I've realized that at some point you have to draw the line. You have to say, no, I'm not going to give you, just randomly give you money. Because in your mind, you're like, you're going to go out and do this with it, or you're going to go out and do that with it. You're going to go use drugs, or you're going to buy alcohol, or you're going to do something to hurt yourself. And I know it, but I give you the money anyway. That's enabling behavior. And I know, especially as parents, we want to care for our kids. We want to take care of them. But sometimes the best thing you can say to your kid is no. No. And you can be mad at me, and you can unfriend me on Facebook, and you can call me names, and you can badmouth me to your friends and tell them how awful I am. But I'm not going to stand idly by and watch you destroy yourself, much less give you the money to do it. So, as hard as it is for me to say no to my kids, from now on, until proven otherwise that you have your shit together, like, this faucet's off. So, to the child that knows who I'm talking about, I will no longer enable your behavior. Life is about choices. Plain and simple. It's about choices. You can make a good choice or you can make a bad choice. You can believe that the world is providing for you or working against you. However you see it, guess what? That's your truth. And if you live a life where you just want to receive, because I believe that this is the core of the problem here. When you live a life where you just want to receive, what's in it for me? What's in it for me? What can I get out of this? Who can I get something from? When you live a life where it's all about you getting and not you giving, I promise you, you will live a life of lack. And if you give to receive, you will also live a life of lack. You have to live your life with gratitude for what it is that you have. Treat people with kindness. Serve others for the joy of serving others. And you will live a life of abundance without fail. You will live a life of abundance. So for you parents out there that completely get where I'm coming from, this is for you. When you beat yourself up for having those moments where you think to yourself, I do not like my kid. I do not like the person that they have become. You are not alone. I promise you, there are a lot of us out there, but people are shamed to not share that. And because they're shamed to not share that, you think that you're alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. And yes, you can love someone and not like them. If you would not choose them to be friends with in real life, you don't like them. And nature is just nature. You mother who you mother. Okay? Relation, right? Being related to somebody by blood doesn't mean that you have to like them. I'm sorry, but it doesn't. And if that makes me a horrible person, well then, here I am. But that's my truth. And I wanted to share that with you because I felt alone in it. But I know that I'm not. And if I felt alone in it, I know that there's other people that feel alone in that too. And I didn't want you to feel alone anymore. So I thought I would just come on here and tell you what's what. That you're not the only one struggling with that. Okay? It's a real thing. And I hope that this speaks to you. And if you know another parent that this would speak to, if you know somebody that needs to hear this and needs to be reminded that you don't have to like them. You don't. You gotta love them. And I do. But I don't gotta like you. I don't. They're separate things. Because I like people that I don't love, right? So I can love people I don't like. And the cool thing about not liking someone is that you can like them. When they change their behaviors, you can like them, right? Because I look forward to that time. I look forward to the time that I like my children, all of my children. I look forward to that. And, with everything going on with Brody, I got to tell you, I liked and loved that kid. Brody, kind, and touched so many lives. But trust, there were times I did not like Brody either. Right? Because of the choices that Brody was making that didn't align with my beliefs and what I thought, should be happening. So there were times that I didn't like Brody either. When they did, shitty things. Stuff that I thought, really? I don't like you right now. But the thing about is it's temporary, right? As long as you've got that core of love, you can move forward. Right? You can look forward to the times that you like them, right? Because is going to come and go. It's going to be fickle. Like is fickle. Love is true, and like is fickle. Okay? So don't beat yourself up for those times that you don't like the person that you love, because there will be moments that you're like, okay, I like you again. All right? And I pray that everyone that has those moments is okay in those moments, right? Be okay in those moments and realize you're not alone. Okay? You're not alone in this. It's a real thing. And it doesn't make you a bad person to feel that way. So I hope that this was valuable. All right? I hope that this spoke to you. And again, if it spoke to you, please share it if you feel like it could speak to someone else. All right? So I will be back here on, today is Monday. I'll be back on Saturday. I will be back in Honoka'a, Hawaii, and I will come to you from there. And I have to say that I love you all, and you've all been so supportive and just amazing. And I really feel like I've been called to share. And I feel like Brody somehow has a hand in this. And I'm so grateful. So to those of you who knew Brody, thank you so much for loving on my child. And the outpouring of love for my child. Thank you. And thank you for loving Brody, even when Brody could give you reason to not like them. Okay? So thanks again, and I will see you on Saturday. Aloha.